Hello, welcome to Epiphany Lutheran Church in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Kevin Barger, the Director of Music Ministry. This is our Music Minute. We're taking a look at the hymns we'll be using in worship tomorrow, the day of Pentecost. So we'll start with our sending hymn, actually, God of Tempest, God of Whirlwind. And this is a Herman Stumpfli hymn. And you may remember he was at Gettysburg College and seminary. The Spirit is actually not mentioned in this hymn until about midway through the second verse. But Pentecost is mentioned almost instantly. So the connection goes together very nicely. The images and attributes of the Spirit are called out. However, they are not gentle ones that we will see in our communion hymn today, but these are sort of the harsh tempest, whirlwind, harsh imageries. And it's sung to a Welsh tune that I think you'll recognize. God of Tempest, God of Whirlwind. That's the harsh image of the Spirit. Now we're going to switch to the communion hymn, which gives us the gentleness of the Spirit. Spirit of gentleness, and it's gentle and restless if you look at the words. The text here is, these are the words: blows, stirs, calls, frees, moves, coaxes, creates, awakens, sweeps, stings, speaks, sings, cries, whispers, and breaks all form of bondage. So all those wonderful things. This hymn comes to us from the United Church of Christ. We had it in With One Voice, the blue hymnal we had a while ago, and it was actually composed in Hawaii. Something, a little trivia for you. Spirit of Gentleness. So the gentle side of the Spirit. Then we'll move to our hymn of the day, Holy Spirit Ever Dwelling. And this is a hymn to the Holy Spirit. It is very fitting for Pentecost. And the author of this text went on missions to New Zealand and Canada, to name a couple countries, and was a chaplain in World War I. This tune is based on a Dutch folk melody, and it's composed somewhat in a romantic era fashion, for those who are knowing the periods of music and so forth. This is Holy Spirit Ever Dwelling. And last but not least, our gathering hymn, O Day Full of Grace. This is from Scandinavian heritage, and it was really a pre-Reformation day hymn, and those were hymns that were pre-Reformation, and they were based on a hymn or the book of prayer, sort of like a common everyday place. But this is also a festival hymn. The composer of this wrote over 30 cantatas, and those were all in the styles of Bach, Handel, Haydn, Mozart, not Beethoven. This is the O Day Full of Grace. And these are variations on O Day Full of Grace, so there are 3. It's one of my favorites. I really enjoy that hymn. Hopefully you will too. And remember, tomorrow is Pentecost. Wear your red if you're coming to worship tomorrow. Join us in red for Pentecost. Our services in person are at 8:30 and 10:30. 10:30 will be live streamed on our YouTube channel. Thanks again for joining me tonight. Have a great evening.